Hello, it's Yvonne here, and thank you so much for joining us for another Mornings with Mayesh. Our very own flower expert, David Dahlson, is our guest today. David is doing a show and tell of a handful of new flowers, along with sharing some of his seasonal faves that we know you're going to love. So make sure you stay tuned, bring your questions. Also, if you're going to be listening to the podcast replay, just wanted to put a little note here to let you know that watching the actual video replay might be the best experience for you since today's show is very visual and we're sharing and showing flowers today. While we're getting started, come on in, say hello, let us know where you're from. I love seeing that. Also, if you have questions, be sure to post them in the comments. And of course, as we have time, we'll be able to cover those. And also, I wanted to cover a few more things before David comes on. So first up is if you are interested in throwing in your name to be one of our 2023 Mayesh Design Stars, then you have until this Friday, guys, November 18th, to do so. So don't procrastinate anymore. Get those cameras out. Just make a selfie video. Share why you want to be a Mayesh Design Star. Show us your personality. It doesn't have to be this big grand video. Just a selfie style is totally fine. Then there's a form for you to fill out. And so I'm going to share the link for that so that way you can apply. All right, so the next thing that I wanted to talk about real quick is the deadline for our third round of our Fresh Path Customer Appreciation Giveaway is December 12th. So that's coming up too. We teamed up with an amazing marketing agency, Fresh Path, to give away 20 marketing workshops over a course of a year. And you get to select from 5 different amazing packages in each round. So round 3 is coming up. And if you want to learn more and apply, you can do that. I'm going to put the link in the comments for that. And then last but not least, I just wanted to mention that Mayesh's Flower Jeopardy game is going to be happening Wednesday, December 7th at 12 p.m. Eastern. Super excited about this. Obviously, you know, we have our very own flower guru, David Dahlson. He's going to be our host. And then we've lined up 4 brilliant contestants to participate. So it's going to be a whole lot of fun. Mark your calendars and join us for that date. All right. So those are my morning announcements. I always feel like I'm kind of doing a school thing. Those are the announcements before we get started. And now I am going to bring on David. Good morning, David.
Good morning, but you're probably wondering where I am. Well, I'm behind this fabulous delphinium.
I love it.
Yeah, and you're probably wondering, well, what's new about delphinium? And what I'm trying to promote today is what's new is this completely open cut. Now, for some people, that's not necessary, especially if you have a flower shop, you want to take its time to open. But if you have a wedding or an event and you get something on Wednesday and your wedding is Saturday, like you might typically get from Miami, something that looks like this, would you prefer this? And you know, excuse me, we're in Miami airport, so excuse me. You would rather have something like this to work with because it's going to give you the full bang for your buck. This is what we call open cut delphinium. It is absolutely spectacular. I think you'll agree, beautiful purple, beautiful lavender here, and of course the classic white. This kind of flower is good. It's good, but it's probably going to open about a week after your wedding. So this is something we're going to bring for designers and people doing events because it's literally ready to go. It needs 24 hours of hydration to look like this, and it really is spectacular. And in case you don't believe me, I'm going to do a little show and tell. I'll show you how the box is packed.
Love it. How exciting is this, guys? Is this something that would be useful? I feel like, you know, all of us don't have patience these days, right? And everything's so last minute. And we want things as quick as possible. So this is that option.
Well, if you have a wedding, you know, you really want flowers to be at the peak of their maturity, and you want it to be beautiful. As you can see, these are opening all the way to the tips, and you rarely get that. So without further ado, I'll open the box. Gonna hold my breath. I hope it's good.
I love it. We're doing unboxing, guys, that's always fun, right?
You never know with these things. Another thing I want to point out, we are going away. We're getting rid of the plastic. We're getting rid of all the paper wrapping. We're using less in this sort of packing because we're using these flowers to protect themselves and cushion themselves. Now look at this, right out of the box, ready to go. Obviously, this comes with a little premium because we're selling flowers, so there's only 40 stems in a box as opposed to the usual 100 of the very tight. But look at this, you just need 24 hours of hydration, and this is good to go. Not damaged. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, designers and florists out there, really the supermarkets can't do this because this has to move through the chain very fast. And at Mayesh, we do get it to our customers very quickly. You can't leave this for 2 weeks in the cold chain going to a supermarket. It will just rot out. But look at this, absolutely phenomenal. Let's see what else we got here. Just in case you're wondering, look, there's the white. So yes, they've been squished in a box. They need 24 hours of hydration, but they will come out looking like this, gorgeous. Who cares if the flowers are open at the bottom? We want them at the top. We want to see them, you know, big arrangements at a reception and so forth. And this one here, I got to really highlight this one next to me. This is called Manuela. I'm going to show you a close-up of it. It's what we call a fully double. Very rare, as you can see. Absolutely beautiful. I get right close up to it. It's a double flower.
Beautiful.
It's lavender and open all the way to the top.
Lovely. Lovely.
So that's what we call hybrid delphinium. We have the dark purple black velvet, the lavender's Manuela, and we have the hybrid white.
It's absolutely gorgeous, David. And that's so exciting. So it's like 1 week for a regular versus 24 hours for the open cut.
1 week if you're lucky, and then it's mostly the flowers at the bottom. But if you want impact and have the flowers, I like open flowers. I don't like these tight little things, and I don't care if it's 100 stems in a box because stems don't do me any good in an arrangement. I need flowers. So right. At Mayesh, we're very proud to present these items from our partner, Valle Flor in Ecuador. So yes, please take advantage of these things. You will have to probably get 2 weeks lead time because the facts of life are that to get them open like this, they have to leave them on the plant longer, which takes more production time. The price is a little higher. So this isn't something you can just call up a couple of days before. Hey, you got any open cut Delph? Probably not. Something you want to plan for 2 weeks ahead. And it is a little bit more expensive, but come on, this is worth it. And for designers, this stuff here you could use in a hotel, no problem. It doesn't shatter, it doesn't shed, it just looks beautiful. 10 days on this for sure. 7 days on this one. The white, unfortunately, is a little more delicate, probably 5 days. But for your wedding event, you get it Wednesday, Thursday, hydrate it, design with it Thursday or Friday. Saturday is going to look perfecto. So another new product I'm working on as well. What do I do with my knife?
Did someone steal David's knife?
Yeah, who's got my knife? Here we go, scissors. Got to go to the scissors. So this is another product. We got a proud partner, a very small farm in Ecuador. This is open cut delphinium. I hope you can see it. I've just opened the box. Again, no stupid plastic sleeves, wasting all those resources. We're trying to go with what we know, what works. Let's get rid of all that extra superficial material. Look at that, right out of the box. 24 hours, you're going to have a beautiful light pink delphinium. Or perhaps you want purple. Again, it has flowers, so it's going to be good to go after 24 hours. And if you give it the luxury of 48 hours, you will get an even nicer product. And white, right? Yes,
Gorgeous.
right out of the box. This is really for designers. This is really not much more expensive. Look at the beautiful verdant foliage. Fresh, beautiful. Again, the packing, the flowers protect each other. Um, you can't leave this in the cold chain. It has to go right through to the customer. That's very important. But it gives us a competitive advantage over supermarkets because we can have beautiful, beautiful things for our customers. So that's larkspur. I hope you take note of it. It comes in 3 colors, or 4 colors. Actually, you can have dark pink, light pink, purple, and white. I mean,
Great. And
these are for designers. These are artistic products, right? I don't think Michelangelo gets far with his statue of David if the marble didn't come from Carrara, right? You need good product to work with for your customers.
so what's the base life for the larkspur, David?
The base life is outstanding. I'm going to say you're going to get 9 to 10 days out of that.
Awesome.
Okay, next up. I'm on my own today, so I got to walk around here.
That's okay. It's well worth it. And we get to stare at the beautiful delphinium that you have sitting up on the table.
Another thing that's always bothered me, you get stuff from South America, mostly Ecuador, you get a few little flowers and nothing. Now we're going for the open cut. I just put this in water this morning, so it's just fluffing up. But look at this. You've got flowers. You have that amazing, soft, feminine fragrance, too. I mean, it's absolutely delightful. I mean, look, this is ready to go. You need 24 hours, in my opinion, for all flowers to really fully hydrate them. But look at that. Beautiful stem. In another 20 hours, this will be fully fluffed up. A little more flowers have opened. And absolutely gorgeous. I mean, seriously, come on. This is open cut stock. You can see nice, lots of open florets. You know, we get a lot of stuff with a few flowers at the bottom and a few tight ones at the top. That's not going to do it in my book. If you've got a really, special wedding to do. For me, it's all about beauty. So let's have beautiful things. But if they're cut so tight, they don't open properly, you never get the beauty. And to me, that's what flowers is all about. You got to have beauty.
Exactly.
And so I think we want to go more and more to these open cuts. It does give us and you, the customer, a competitive advantage. And I think they're glorious. And probably why local flowers are so popular is they cut them more open. Well, now we're going to have products in enough numbers through the winter and the summer to make spectacular events. So that's another product. So we got Delph, we have Larkspur, we have Stock. I put this aside. Here's another item. This is an item I've never really cared for, but the grower keeps asking me to, how do we sell more of these? I says, let's try cutting this open, okay? And really, I think pretty spectacular. This is an aster, normally kind of a weedy thing. I asked him to cut it open. Now look at that. It's like a beautiful Callistephus chinensis, like those sort of fluffy Chinese asters we get in the summer from the West Coast. I think you have to admit, really, really nice. Can you see that, Yvonne?
I can see those really nicely. And I'm imagining the vase life on these are pretty long too.
Yeah, you're going to get at least 10 days on this. But it's, again, 24 hours hydration. It's ready to go. They're fully open. A few more of the lower buds on the stem to open too. Absolutely fantastic value, in my opinion. And I've never liked these before, but at this cutting point, I mean, they're just like darling mini Matsumoto asters.
Yeah.
And they come in 2 colors at the moment. No, hopefully you're going to have a white soon. They also come in a very nice purple. And
beautiful.
I think very, very beautiful. So these are called Duplo asters. I guess that's a reference to, they're all fully double flowered. Fabulous, intense, saturated color. Gorgeous. These are Duplo asters. You can ask your sales associate about them. We'll probably have to order them because this is a new product for us. And at this cutting point, they are nowhere else in the world except Mayesh. So I really hope you take advantage of this.
So exciting. I love when we have exclusive items.
Well, this delphinium at this cutting point is also exclusive to Mayesh. You won't find it anywhere else. I just got off the phone with the grower this morning, and he promised me that's where they will go with that. So
awesome. While you're tidying up your table, there's a question that came in from Lynn Brown. She said, so the term when trying to order with the sales rep is called open cut. Is that what people want to say?
Yeah, you want to say, yes, open cut, hybrid delphinium from Viaflor. And then if your sales associate looks at you rather quizzically, they say, could you call David or email David in Miami, and I'll help organize the order. But most of our associates, Houston, LA, Portland, they're familiar with it. Maybe some of the newer locations, not so much, but have them contact David to walk through the steps of how to get that product.
Perfect. Thanks, David.
Okay, next up, we have some straw flowers. But these are really nice straw flowers. Coming in nice sort of pastel colors. They all get tangled up with each other, but we have beautiful pinks, white, sort of light pink. These are gorgeous, I think.
So beautiful.
And peach. And these are going to be available all year long. I think it's a beautiful, these are fresh cut. And if you use them, then you can dry them later as well. The color stays pretty good for about a year when they're dried. But fresh, I think they're just charming. A little tip I've learned about these is when they go in a box or they're in the dark, they close up. So you want to put them in a good light source, maybe in the north. You could put them outside. A little sun won't hurt. The stems come up and the flowers open up. But they need a good amount of light. And I think sunlight's probably the best source. But I mean, to me, beautiful pastel shades.
Yeah, they're gorgeous. Stems. How long are these available for?
These are available all year long. Again, you want to order, well, you could probably order these with a week in advance. These are available all year long. And they will have, obviously, there's the yellows and oranges and the darker reds, but these interest me more for events because they give you fabulous texture, very clean pastel colors. They don't have that sort of dirty look you get with a lot of straw flower. And, you know, peach, light pink, and white, I mean, great for little accents in your wedding work.
I got another question too from Silvervine Floral Design on Instagram. First of all, thanks for listening and watching. Beautiful, 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 David. They want to know, will any of these items be available on our Mayesh website to shop online? Or for now, are we just ordering through our sales reps?
Well, yeah, I think eventually the straw flower will be. I mean, these are new things. I just came back from Ecuador, and I just found this straw flower grower who does it with a touch of beauty. A lot of them are sort of, they treat them a bit trashy, but these are beautiful. They will be in our system probably starting in January. They will be available online. Right now, you would have to special order them. Again, probably reference my name to get there.
Sounds good. So right now, guys, order through your sales rep. If you don't have a Mayesh rep and you're like, I want to get my hands on this, all you need to do is go to mayesh.com and register. I'm going to pop that link up in the comments for you guys right now. And then once that goes through, you get assigned a Mayesh rep and a Mayesh rep branch, so that way you have someone to order all these fabulous items through. And just to reiterate what David said, right now order through the sales rep, and then hopefully like sometime early next year these items will be online as well.
So most of you are familiar with helleborus, but you haven't seen helleborus like this. Look at these stems. Absolutely
oh my goodness,
huge.
they're amazing.
These are from Ecuador. Look at this one stem. Absolutely gorgeous. They come in, they're mostly pastel shades. These are very, very new, so we only get a couple of boxes every other week. But next year, we're going to start getting them every week. They are fantastic sprays. You know, and you can use these in all kinds of arrangements. They'll go great in sort of wild style, or you can break them down, cut off the laterals, use them in more intimate table arrangements. But the quality of these, another thing we just found in Ecuador, really, really nice. And they come in, these are doubles, really beautiful. Yes, they're a little more pricey than the ones you probably get from Holland, but I think well worth it. And this kind of flower sets you apart because they're very rare.
Yeah, they're gorgeous and just really, right? Yeah.
I mean, beautiful. The lower flowers go a little bit antique-y, like hydrangeas. So, I mean, they're just absolutely fabulous. On this box, they look fragile, very hardy. This box was intercepted by USDA for it. Well, not, I mean, they do an inspection, and as this was a sample, they went through it pretty hard, but they're very hardy. Even with all that banging they do looking for insects, once I put them in water, they come back sensationally. And again, yes, you can order these through your sales associate, but really they're not going to be ready until probably right after Valentine's Day when the production comes in. Because the growers, they do tests, and I'm fortunate enough that they will send me them for evaluation, and they are moving forward with this. And I think it's a delightful product. And again, these are going to be available all year long next year in limited amounts. Again, like the Delph, you probably want to give it a couple of weeks lead time to make sure you get these 60s, 50, 60, and sometimes 70 centimeter stems. And you can see they're in a big Dutch bucket. Very nice. I mean, I love these. Beautiful, elegant, slightly nodding, and very whimsical.
They're just gorgeous. So beautiful.
Okay.
I had a question come in earlier that I'm just seeing now, sorry, from Visual Drama Designs. They asked the question, are these the same as palms? I think they were referring to the aster, the Duplo aster, or is that the same as a palm?
A pom-pom?
I guess so, yes.
Chrysanthemum? No, they're not. They're sort of in the similar family. I guess they're distant cousins, but they're actually asters like your regular white asters we get, you know, Monte Cassino or what have you. But they're a fully double one, and they're open cut, because for a long time they cut asters very tight. But I said, you know, I don't think we can sell these at all. Maybe try cutting them open. I think you have to agree with an open cut. They're gorgeous. They're fluffy and generous, very generous. A lot of flowers on a stem.
Yeah, that's great. And then I did have another question come in from Helen. She said, what is the name of the last product you're showing? So I know it's Helleborus, but if someone wanted to order that, how do they order?
Well, these would be Helleborus from Ecuador. And then I think if you specify 60 centimeter, you know, you can't get these in Holland. The biggest I've ever seen from Holland, mostly single stemmed, is about 45 centimeter. So you ask for 60 centimeter. Again, if they look at you bewildered, have them shoot me an email to David Dahlson in Miami.
Yes.
Because these are new things. I'm trying to share with you what's available. We have to get them through the chain. But they are available, so you can order them from your sales associate.
Yeah, awesome. And then just to reiterate too, again, you mentioned that we're only getting a couple of boxes every week, so these are going to be hard to get. So even if you try to order them, they're, you know, they might be tougher until like next year, correct?
Well, yeah, next year after Valentine's, we're going to have a very good supply of these. Right now, they're sort of hit and miss. Yeah. If you have an order, or, you know, you give your sales, I with a couple of weeks notice, I can probably arrange a box.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, that's good to know. And just, you know, just wanted to kind of reiterate that, because we always love showing you guys new things, but with that comes is kind of limited quantity. So we're really excited. We want to be the first to kind of share this information with you guys.
But what is available now is the hybrid Delph is all available. The stock is available. The larkspur is available, and the straw flower is available.
Good to know.
This needs to be ordered. All right, here's another new product. This is a rose. I'd be remiss to go through a show without having a rose. This is called Radiant. I guess it's a mashup of red and radiant. Very nice rose. I love it. Because generally I don't like red roses, but this has a really glorious color. I'm just going to unpack a bunch to show you some of the attributes. Look at that. Beautiful color. And again, you could probably use these, 24 hours hydration right away because they're quite open. But I think if you can let them go longer, you'll really enjoy the benefits. So today's roses come from Esmeralda. We have quite a few of our vendors in Ecuador growing this. The reason I got it from Esmeralda is because they own a company in Ecuador called Gen Viv, which is a breeder, and they came up with Playa Blanca, and they've come up with this red rose, which I think is gorgeous, because when it opens, it's really red. It's not sort of a dark, almost burgundy color. It's red. And just want to demonstrate this for you. For production, this has no thorns. You're in a hurry, you're good to go. You got to get these rolling. You got a funeral, maybe an exotic male event. You have, I don't mean dances, I mean an unusual male event.
Sure, David.
But look at that. There's not a thorn, not even a thorn on the petiole. It's absolutely free. Very, very beautiful. A true red. Look at that. You're good to go. Valentine's done in 5 minutes.
Nice.
So I want to show you, though. I've got some here. I've had in water for 8 days. So I do want to show you those.
Beautiful, guys. What do you think about a red rose with no thorns? How amazing is that?
Look at those.
Oh gosh, they're amazing. And the red looks good on the camera too. Reds are sometimes, a little funky.
Well, just to be sure, in case your computer's not quite right, this is a Coke can. You know what color a Coke can is? It's slightly darker, not much than that when it opens. It's beautiful. And the name is right. It's like radiant. Look at these. Now, yeah. Now I have two kinds here. I want to show you something. So these here, I took the guard petals off, 5 or 6 guard petals, and I found that they open in a much nicer way. These are without guard petals. They're good, but they sort of maintain more upright position. Whereas with the guard petals removed, I think you get a much more elegant flower, a little more pave rather than the upright. So this is with guard petals removed, which I recommend. Or if not, you leave them. But again, these have been 8 days in water. And before that, they were 5 days in my cooler because we always do that as part of the test because sometimes these have to go all the way to Seattle. And that takes about 4 days. I think these are magnificent. This is radiant. We do have them be in Mayesh direct box lots until probably January. But, this is going to be popular for Christmas and popular for Valentine's. So if you're interested in these, you may want to think about ordering them quite far in advance. Okay, thank you.
Awesome.
All right, well, that's rose
so
ready.
Far in advance, what do you mean? Like 2 weeks, 4 weeks? Beautiful.
Yeah, right now they're limited. Some locations are already getting them, so you can ask. But I think starting beginning of December, more locations will be getting them because it's brand new. So I'm proud to partner with Esmeralda. I'm proud to partner with Ponte Tresa, who the samples in water I just showed you. Ponte Tresa, a very good partner of ours. But I think it's a really, really good product, long-lasting, maintains its color. The saturation of the color doesn't diminish over time. You know, a lot of red roses sort of fade to ugly. These are really sparkling, bright, and radiant. I think the name says it all.
And what is the life, the base life looking like for these?
I'm getting between 12 and 14 days.
Good, good, good.
Yeah.
And I know you have a few more items to show us, but do you want to take a second to talk about the Seton J'adore?
Sure, that sounds like a good idea. You have some pictures to show our audience?
I do. Let me bring those up.
Okay, so one of the projects I've been working on for about a year and a half, I found out about this gentleman, Brian Knotts, at King's Moms in Oklahoma. He has curated a fantastic amount of rare and unusual varieties of chrysanthemum. This is something I'm always interested in because, you know, the beauty of those, especially the spiders and the cushions, the disc buds, you know, they're hard to get. And, you know, commercially, they don't grow them in South America. So I got together with Brian. He recommended to me 3 varieties that would be, he could do tissue culture on because you can't do this on everything. And with tissue culture, which is done in the lab, the product is virus-free and quite a strong plant. So we've got these 3 varieties, Seton J'adore, Woolman Century, and Crimson Tide. But right now we only have Seton J'adore. It is available at West Coast locations because we only ship it down in water. But I think you'll agree the color and the form is magnificent. And it's an all-American product grown at De La Mata Farms in Southern Washington, I should say, fairly close to Portland. She is one of our, a tremendous grower and a vendor. And if you are on the West Coast, I urge you to take advantage of these. These are called Seton J'adore, beautiful pastel peach, hints of yellow and pink, absolutely wonderful. And I definitely got to tip my hat to Brian at King's Moms for helping Mayesh with this project.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks, David. So just so you guys know, and the links in our comments, I definitely put the link for the blog post because we have a blog post all about these new varieties that David has been working on. And then also, of course, the Instagram reel that I showed you. So if you want to watch that again, that's up on Instagram. I put a link for there as well to check that out after the show. Thanks, David. They're gorgeous, by the way. Like, they're so, so pretty. The color is amazing.
They are ridiculous. They're really, really nice. Okay, so last but not least, and I can't go on this. This isn't nothing new, nothing special. I just want to show you some of my favorite flowers. These are peonies we have available right now. First up, we have Classic. This is bred by an American in Chicago in the 50s. This is Red Charm, but it's completely open. Look at that. This is what you call a bomb in the peony vernacular, and really sensational. And these are nice and turgid. Probably going to have to order these because we are in the season when these are maximum demand. But also, these are classic burgundy. But if you want something like a Japanese painting, look at these puppies. This is called Old Faithful. Beautiful. It's like a silk painting from Japan.
Yeah.
They open big. This is my hand.
They're beautiful.
You can see. And these are available for sale in our online direct box, Miami direct box lots. They are deep. Would be, in my opinion, appropriate for Christmas, appropriate for fall, because they have rich burgundy tones, obviously but I love this. When it variegates like this, come on, this is beauty. These are flowers. You have to accept a little incongruency. That's what it's all about. Absolutely gorgeous. I hope you've enjoyed these flowers. If you have any questions, please get in contact. You can contact Yvonne and she can forward to me, or contact me at daviddahlson@mayesh.com.
Awesome, David. Thank you. And everyone is very excited about the no thorns with the radiance rose that you showed. That was pretty amazing.
Yeah. No, they really don't work. They have none, because often you get there, they say no thorns, but they're under the leaf or wherever. This is thornless, stems very straight, and the color is, I mean, it's illuminating color. Very, very nice.
Love it. Love it. Good. So amazing. Guys, what is your favorite products that David just showed you? David, if you had to pick one, what do you think is something that you're most excited about?
Well, the one I'm most excited about, for a few reasons. First of all, I love delphinium. But when you see this just fill out to the top, these double flowers, the fact that it doesn't shatter, and they last 10 days, maybe 2 weeks. I mean, it's fantastic. Wedding work, look at these laurels. You can use these in little low arrangements on the table, because let's be honest, it's the flower at the top that counts, right? I mean, those white ones I showed you earlier, the typical stuff you find in Miami. I mean, come on, it's almost useless. We need the flower here because it's going to be coming out of an arrangement, and you'll never see the flowers at the bottom.
Right.
Is what it's about. But the quality, the double flower, the fact it opens completely to the end, and the longevity. I mean, this is it. This is gold medal right here in my book.
Totally agree with you. I think that's absolutely my favorite. There's nothing more stunning walking into. I actually got to go to, what's the farm that you mentioned? Because I got to go to it when we went for our Quito, Ecuador workshop.
Yeah, Valle Flor. And look at this. You don't have lavender sweet peas to match. You got these little laurels. I mean, what more do you want?
Right. It's beautiful. They're breathtaking. So thank you so much, David, for pulling all of these products together for us, showing off some of all these new exciting things that are coming up. Guys, if you have questions, definitely reach out to your sales rep. And if you're, like David mentioned, if the sales reps are not quite sure because it's that new, you guys are like the first to know, just let them know to reach out to David and they'll be able to help. You guys all know my contact information because you all get my email. If you don't get my email, you guys got to subscribe. And that way you guys know about all of these exciting things that are coming up. You guys are the first to know. How exciting is that?
Yep. By the way, in case you're wondering, this is an English shirt. Go England in the World Cup.
Go. Someone did mention your shirt at the very beginning. I don't remember who, and I won't be able to find it.
But in all seriousness, we're very excited here. We have employees from Mexico, from all over the world. We have from Holland, from France, from Germany, England, many people participating. And so a Mayesh sort of World Cup is when we all come together and agree to disagree. Go England!
Go England. Awesome. Thank you so much, David.
Okay.
That is a wrap for today's Mornings with Mayesh. Thank you guys so much for spending time with us today. And make sure you mark your calendars for 2 weeks, Wednesday, November 30th at 12 p.m. Eastern, as I have Steve Dion from Cow Flowers. He's going to be on to chat about the amazing That Flower Feeling campaign that is really benefiting the whole industry because its goal is to help more people buy more flowers and enjoy more flowers. And we want that as an industry. So exciting, super special, and just excited to take a deeper dive with you guys very soon. So I hope you guys have an amazing day. Because we're going to be here in 2 weeks, that means Thanksgiving is next week. I won't see you before then. So I just wanted to wish everyone a very happy Thanksgiving. We are so thankful for all of you guys, for your support. I love you so much. And thank you. And again, thank you, David, if you're hearing me. And I hope you guys have an amazing day. See you soon.
Take care.
Bye-bye.